Peace, what's going on? It's your boy Serrano. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining in. Today I have the Xiaomi Redmi Note 8 Pro on my left hand side, and then on my right hand side we do have the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 Plus. Now let's just start out with the build qualities. On the Xiaomi Redmi Note 8 Pro, you are getting a quad camera setup. Right here, you're getting a 64 megapixel 2 and 2. One is a macro, one is a depth sensor, one is a wide angle, and an ultra wide as well, or regular as well. But on the Samsung, you do get two dual cameras on the back and a really high quality camera on the front as well, which is cool. Shaky cam, my bad. Now we are getting AMOLED technology on this screen, which is actually a lot more punchy colors. We're getting one UI on here. We're getting the MIUI software 11, which is really clean. This doesn't even feel like a budget device. This actually feels like a mid-range flagship device. This is like a new category of devices that have just recently came out. Performs just like a flagship, but it has mid-range specs, and this is actually a flagship phone. So let me set these devices down really quick because I want to compare them a little bit more detail so we can go over them. So but let me just show you that the when you compare them as far as build quality goes, on the right hand side, you could feel right here that we are getting the Bixby button and the volume rockers, and on the top, well, on the Xiaomi, you are just getting that SIM tray slot right there, which is actually for removing the SIM card. Now on the top of both devices, you can see that we're getting the microphones, but on the Xiaomi Redmi, you're actually getting an IR blaster for controlling electronics, which is dope. Other than that, when you turn them down to the bottom, you can see that they both offer fast charging and headphone jacks. However, there's an S Pen here on the Note 8, which is pretty cool. Now, when it comes to the cameras, if you want to see a camera comparison, I'm going to leave a video right up top. I think it's right here or right here. But make sure you hit that if you want to see both of these cameras side by side. But I'm gonna set these down real quick so we can go over the internals. But make sure you guys stay locked in with me, and I'll see you right after this. Guys, when it comes to both of these devices, they both actually match up extremely well. Now on the left, we are getting 6.53 inches on the display, whereas on the right, on the Note 8 from Samsung, it's a 6.3 inch. Now on the left, we are getting 1080 by 2340, whereas on the right, we are getting 1440 times 2960, which is a Super AMOLED display. But we are getting Gorilla Glass 5 on the back of each, which is honestly going to be suitable for, it's going to be really good, basically. They're both made of really good high quality materials here. So I definitely think that they use some really good high quality materials with the glass back and front on the Note 8 from Samsung and on the Redmi Note 8 Pro, which is going to be really cool. All right, so we are getting IPS LCD capacitive touchscreen on the Redmi Note 8 Pro, whereas on the on the Note 8 Pro from Samsung, we're getting a Super AMOLED capacitive touchscreen. So what the difference is, you're going to notice a lot more of the pixels popping, and I'll show you something right now so you can actually see that. Let me just turn up the brightness all the way up 100% here and here, just like that. And now let's just take a look at them right now, and that's how they would actually look. Now on the camera, does look to be a bit washed out, but to the naked eye, they actually both look really good. I'm not disappointed whatsoever with either one of these. Now with the Xiaomi software, there's no app tray. It's like the Apple device, but it's super quick. You're gonna be able to just get to anything in here, and you're just getting a ton of features to choose from right here. If you slide this down, this little thing, you can get to your social media shortcuts. There's just a ton of stuff in here. I do prefer Google, but it's definitely a nice software on the Xiaomi phone. You're getting one MUI on here, so basically everything is going to be looking really just nice on here. You can see that the layout is really nice. They changed that a few years ago, and it was a really good change. Now you can see I do have a dark theme on the Xiaomi, and we are getting dark mode on the Samsung. So I definitely think that's pretty cool. Both of these devices are smooth as water as far as the performance, which is crazy because I love a good performer. And the 10 nanometer Snapdragon 835 on the Samsung is actually pretty cool. But if you have the other version, which is going to be a Kinos version, the 8895, they both have a 10 nanometer processor, which is going to be almost the same, whereas the Xiaomi actually does have a really good MediaTek Helio G90T, which is a 12 nanometer processor. So what I want to do is go over to Geekbench 5 right now, and we're going to take a look at them. So let me just compare these two devices on Geekbench 5, which I did install. And you can see they both are running the same Android 9 software, which is definitely pretty cool. 4 cores plus another 4 on the Samsung, 6 cores plus another 2 on the Xiaomi. Let's go over to history. And what's really interesting here is that when you compare the scores from the prior flagship, the Note 8 from Samsung, you're getting a 353 single core, whereas in the Xiaomi, you're getting 498. And then with multi-core, you're getting a 1583 on the Xiaomi Note 8 Pro, and then on the Samsung Galaxy Note 8, you are getting 1349. So that's interesting, just to say the least. You can check out some of the scores here. Sliding it over to the single cores, what's interesting is that the Samsung is actually lower than the Xiaomi too. Note 8 right there for the Samsung. When you pull up the Xiaomi, it actually surpasses the Note 8 on here, which is interesting. Wait, Samsung Galaxy Note 9, but the Note 9 is still ahead of its footsteps. So you can see right here, it's saying that the Note 8 is 365, but what I calculated was 353, which is a little bit lower. And then multi-cores, you can see it's surpassing the Note 8. The Note 8 is right here, Samsung Galaxy Note 1428, and it actually got a 15, which was like right here above the Poco 1 F1. And the Note 8 is slowly becoming obsolete, but it's still actually a power horse. As you can see, it's still well above some of the other phones that were released before it. But I hope you did find some of this information helpful. Let's just clear all of the apps on both phones, and what you're going to notice is that the software is similar, except you have to swipe left like that to get rid of the Xiaomi apps. So whereas you have to swipe up, or you could just press close all right here, and you can swipe them all out right there, and they're all gone. Now you do get this mode right here when you go into recent apps. You get cleaner, security, and deep clean and manage apps. So you get some more features there. But let's open the Play Store. 1, 2, 3. That looked like the Xiaomi just by a hair. Let's check out the let's go. I wish this had an app tray. Let's go into Spotify. 1, 2, 3. The Xiaomi by a hair. Let's try out Instagram. 1, 2, 3. Xiaomi by a hair. Let's try Y Music. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that was like an error. let's try out. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's say we want to get to our bank application really quickly. Let's see which app will open up our banking information quickly. 1, 2, 3. And that would have been the Xiaomi once again. And that's quite interesting. That's really interesting. Not quite. I'm curious to know if it's yeah, the Xiaomi is definitely saying that's a better processor here. DH gate 1, 2, 3. And this is almost identical. Okay, that was the Xiaomi first. Let's take that out. Let's go into YouTube really quickly and see which one will open up a little bit quicker when we go into the YouTube, application, and just see which one will open up quicker. 1, 2, 3. And that was a dead tie. No phone had the advantage there. Let me know what you guys saw in the comment section down below. But as you can see, both devices are really, really good. And I would recommend either one of these right now to pick up. The Xiaomi, as you can see, is a horse. Has 4 cameras on the back and just an ultimate beautiful display with a ton of features and a bigger battery at 4,500 versus the 3,000 milliamp hour, 3,300 milliamp hour battery in the Note 8 from Samsung. Now, what's really cool is that they both offer Google payment. This one has Google Pay. This one has Samsung Pay. So they both have NFC feature. They both offer headphone jacks, which is pretty cool. They both also do have the 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi as well as. But the advantage that we're getting, no, there's no advantage. They both have 64 gigabytes of internal storage, and they both have 6 gigabytes of RAM. And you're going to notice that you are getting a few more cameras on the Xiaomi, which is the newer device, a lot more newer. And it's actually got 18-watt fast charging. And I definitely think that's pretty cool. You're getting 15-watt quick charging on the Samsung, which is cool as well. Overall, I think the battery on the Xiaomi is a little bit better because it's getting a bit bigger battery, and this Super AMOLED display is going to be pushing more pixels. Now you are getting the always on display on the Xiaomi. I mean on the Note 8 from Samsung right there. On the Xiaomi, you get you don't get that. You just get your home screen right there, but it's still pretty cool looking because you get this lock screen feature that I've been using, which looks sick. But there's just a ton of things that I love about these two devices. These actually might be my 2 favorite devices right now. But I do also love the Honor 9X Pro as well. But let me know what you guys think about these 2 phones right here. Make sure you check out the comparison video that I made just for you, just so you could decide which Note phone is actually better. But make sure you guys stay locked into the channel because more videos are coming soon. I appreciate you guys 100%. And if you did find this video helpful in any way possible to you, make sure you hit that like button on the bottom left hand corner, and also hit the bell icon so you can get notified and subscribe for more videos just like this. But in the meantime, I'll see you guys on the next video. But make sure you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and depending on where you are, have a great night. Later, crew. Peace.